3, 2, 1, go! Hello everyone, I am Iko Dwi Maharini, second semester student of Pertiwi University, majoring accounting. So in this opportunity, let me explain about business communication. If everyone ready, let's go! So before we get to the main material or main point, let me explain about communication meaning first. Communication from etymology, according to the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English, the reflection of word of communication is to make opinions, express feeling, convey information, and so on to be known and understood by others. Up next is what the element to build a communication. Communication process is a series of steps that individuals use to exchange information. Effective communication is a crucial both in personal and professional setting, and it involves several key elements. What that's element? Okay, the first is sender. Sender is the person or entity that initiates the communication. Senders have information or message to convey. The second one is message. Message is information, thought, ideas, or anything that sender want to communicate. The third is media. The medium through which the message is sent. This could be face-to-face conversation, telephone, email, text messages, social media, or any other form of communication. Fourth is noise. Noise is any interference that distort or disrupt the message. Noise can be physical, like a background sound, and psychological, like preconception or stress, and semantic, like misunderstanding due to language and jargon differences. Fifth is receiver. Receiver is the person or the entity for whom the message is intended. The receiver is responsible to interpreting and understanding the message. The sixth is feedback. Feedback is the response from receiver back to sender. Feedback can very important because sender can know that the receiver can receive the message accurately and understood. Verbal communication divided by two. The first is oral communication. Oral communication is like conversation, speech, phone call, and video conference. It's immediate and allow for real-time feedback. The second is written. For example, like letters, email, text message, and report. It provides a record of communication and can be crafted and carefully reviewed. The second is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication divided by four. The first is body language, such as gesture, posture, how we stand, how our face or our facial expression, and our eye contact. And then the second is haptics. Haptics is a touch as form of communication, such as handshake and put on the back, like, oh, long time no see. And then the third is appearance, how you look like, how you dress. How you dress is express your personality, your individuality, your professionalism, and your social status. So make sure you not wear casual clothes to work or to formal event. And then four is paralinguistic. Paralinguistic is a pitch, tone, and volume of voice that accompany a verbal communication. This paralinguistic can show the truly meaning of conversation. For example, when you asking your friend how they are and their answer, I'm okay, kencana in low and cold tone, we can say that your friend is probably not okay. Third is visual communication. Visual communication divided into three. The first is imagery. For example, like photograph, graphic, video, and illustration that can convey message quickly and effectively. The second is symbol and icon. For example, like traffic sign and also emojis that we usually use on WhatsApp. It can convey information without words. For example, when we want to say thank you via WhatsApp, it's enough with this emoticon. Or when we want to say okay, it's enough with this emoticon. The third is chart and graphs. It's a visual representation of data in order to helping understanding complex data quickly. The fourth is electronic communication. For example, email and messaging apps, and also social media like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram that can share information and engaging with a wide audience, and also video conferencing like Skype, Zoom, and also Gmeet that we usually use in our class. And the last is mass communication, divided into three. The first is print media like magazine, also newspaper, and then broadcast media like television and radio, and then digital media like online news website, blogs, and also podcasts. So each form of communication has its advantage and challenges, and often effective communication involves a combination of several forms to achieve a desired impact. Effective communication strategies. The first is know your audience. As message senders, we should know audience, age, gender, occupation, and also education level. Besides that, we better know what they're interested of, what motivated them, and also what their goals are. With knowing this kind of information, we can give a different treatment to our audience, because different age, different gender, different occupation, and also different education level need a different treatment. The second is know the destination, like what is our purpose of sending this message. We should have clear goals for that. And the third is pay attention on context, like timing. Is this the right timing to send this message? And also we should choose the best media to send our message. And also we should thinking about the environment of our audience. The fourth is learn about culture, and the last is understand language, because language proficiency is the key to clear and effective communication. Make sure when you share the message, use simple and easy to understand language. 10 characteristics of effective communication. The first is to the point, assertive, congenial, understanding, honesty, two-way, responsive, continuous, use expression, and the last is use tools. In an increasingly competitive and dynamic of business world, effective communication is the main key to success. Through the deep understanding of various communication methods, the development of interpersonal skill, and appropriate application of technology, we can build strong relationships, better resolve conflict, and create productive work environment. The successful of business communication is not only improve personal performance, but also drive the growth and success of organization as a whole. Okay. Last but not least, let's remember that communication is constantly involved process, and there is always a space to improvement. I hope the information that I presented today provide us a new insight and inspiration to improve our communication in our social life and work life. Thank you very much for your attention and good luck on your business communication. Bye bye.